Good afternoon, everybody. This is John Michael Goulet, and I'm going to be doing another presentation on the subject of Our Lady of Fatima. And again, this is Our Lady of Fatima with 3 shepherd children that she spoke to, and she told them 3 secrets. And right now we're going to be doing the second secret. I did the first secret a couple of days ago. Then I'm going to be doing the third secret as soon as I can put it together. So in this card here is the same card, Our Lady of Fatima, with the 3 children back here. It tells you the whole story. Everything that I'm about to presentation I'm about to give you is going to be about this card. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Again, don't forget to get you a rosary, learn how to pray it. This is a consecration to the Lord for yourself. We're going to be talking about consecrations right now. Here's a scapular from Mount Carmel, and you could be a Carmelite. If you wanted to, you can consecrate yourself to Our Lady of Fatima, the Virgin Mary of the Carmelites, and Jesus Christ. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The second secret of Fatima, revealed by Our Lady of Fatima, Saint Mary, to Lucia dos Santos, Jacinta, and Francisco Marto in 1917, included the end of World War I, a prediction of World War II if humanity continued to offend God, a vision of a night illuminated by an unknown light, interpreted as the start of World War II, and the request for the consecration of Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary, and the practice of the first Saturday devotion. The purpose was to save souls, prevent a worse war, and promote peace. Lucia dos Santos did not tell secrets to anyone initially. Instead, she wrote the first secret of Fatima in her memoirs in 1941 at the request of her bishop. She wrote her secrets down. After her cousins and fellow witnesses to the apparitions, Francisco and Jacinta Marto, had died, the first secret was a vision of hell. The second secret involved a vision of the end of the World War I, the start of a Second World War would be number 2, and a request for the consecration of Russia to Mary's Immaculate Heart. The third secret of Fatima, it was about the persecution of Christians and an attack on a bishop dressed in white. This secret was kept hidden until 2000. The year 2000 was interpreted as a vision which linked to the assassination attempt on Pope John Paul II in 1981. This secret was given to the bishop and sent to the Vatican. The first 2 secrets, Lucia revealed the 2 secrets in 1941, partly to assist with a book about her cousin Jacinta, but according to the reading on the Our Lady of Fatima card, Lucia dos Santos continued to receive visions of Our Lady, and in 1927 revealed the first two secrets. In 1989, Lucia announced the acceptance of the consecration of Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary by Pope John Paul II, the same year that the Berlin Wall fell. Our Lady of Fatima, which is Saint Mary herself, tells Lucia about this very situation when she appeared to the three shepherd kids in 1917. And Saint Mary talks about the Second World War starting. She mentions to pray the rosary every day, and also gave us the brown scapular in 1251, the year 1251, feast day in July 16th, and devotion of the Catholic faith. Elijah, the foundation of the Carmelite order on Mount Carmel in the Holy Land. The brown scapular is sacramental in the Catholic tradition that signifies devotion to Mary, the mother of Jesus, and the spirit of the Carmelite order. If you have a brown scapular, you have a bond to the Carmelites and a devotion to Saint Mary. Lucia met with Pope John Paul on 3 occasions. She met with Pope John Paul II on May the 13th, 1982, again in May 13th, 1991, and again on May 13th, the year 2000. In 1989, Lucia dos Santos announced the acceptance of the consecration of Russia to the Immaculate Heart of St. Mary by Pope John Paul II. The same year that the Berlin Wall fell. The Berlin Wall fell in November 1989 on the 9th. The president of Russia was Gorbachev. Then the Soviet leader and Pope John Paul first met at the Vatican on December 1st, 1989. The historic meeting marked a turning point in relationships between the Soviet Union and the Holy See, which had been hostile for decades. Key details of the 1989 meeting: a new direction. The meeting was a critical step in Gorbachev's, the president of Russia, a new course on religion which sought to end decades of religious persecution against the Catholic Church. In the USSR, this policy change came less than a month after the fall of the Berlin Wall. The two leaders discussed significant issues such as human rights and freedom of conscience, from which religious freedom is derived. President Gorbachev assured Pope John Paul II that the Soviet government was preparing a new law to broaden the possibilities for religious life for all citizens. The agreement on relations. The meeting concluded with an agreement to establish formal diplomatic ties between the Vatican and the Soviet Union. There was 3 popes who specifically consecrated Russia to the Immaculate Heart of Mary: are Pius XII in 1952, John Paul II in 1984, and Pope Francis in 2022. While Pius XII also consecrated the entire world in 1942. The consecration are rooted in the recorded apparitions of the Virgin Mary to 3 shepherd children in Fatima, Portugal in 1917. The fall of the Berlin Wall on November 9, 1989, we want to know who built the Berlin Wall. The German Democratic Republic, also known as East Germany, built the Berlin Wall with approval from the Soviet Union to stop its citizens from fleeing to West Berlin during the Cold War. East Germany was responsible for the construction of the Berlin Wall, with Soviet Union approval and support for the project. So the Soviet Union was in control at that time. The approval and support of the project. America was a West Berlin. United States and the Soviet Union, key allied powers that defeated Nazi Germany in World War II, along with France, Great Britain, and other nations, while the Soviet Union bore the brunt of the fighting on the Eastern Front, destroying a vast majority of Germany's armed forces. Ultimately captured the German capital, Berlin, leading to Hitler's death and Germany's final surrender, ending World War I and World War II. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this presentation. I thank you for listening to this presentation. I encourage you to learn how to pray the rosary and to learn about the brown scapular. Once you consecrate yourself to the Lord, I mean, you're protected, man. You're under Psalms 91, Psalms 121, Psalms 34, Psalms 51. You know, go to God, create in me a new heart, O Lord. Stuff like that. You become a new creation. So it works. I've been clean and sober 8 years now. And I'm doing great. I feel good. It wasn't an easy road, but I think I made it. So with that, I want to thank everybody. God bless you, and you have a great evening. Amen.